In in the last month we moved into our new place, and the house layout's different, and the yard's different. They don't have a big yard to run around in, but we walk quite a bit. Right now we're experiencing with my operation on my elbow from the capital tunnel syndrome. I have movement in my arm. I can't lift any weight, and the dogs have been showing a lot of affection. Now, I don't know if the dogs are showing affection because they know I'm hurt, or we seem to be bonding more. They both come to me. They both need a lot more hugs and kisses and pets. And I groomed them. Tomorrow's going to be bath day, but I groomed them. Uh, you know, because they're house dogs. So when you have a house dog, especially this large, they got big furs, and you got to make sure there's no ticks in them. I live in Thailand, and there's a lot of critters out there, so you have to keep very good attention to them because about 3 years ago we found out Keza had a lump on one of her breasts, and that I found that because I was bathing her. Hey, Rico, and so I tend to, being my animals, and the animals can't talk back, I tend to want to make sure that I find things like on ourselves, us going to get checks from doctors, we need to pay more attention on when they go to the bathroom, what their shit looks like, something indications that, is something as simple as when you're washing the floor, and if you wash it with heavy chemicals, and the dogs start licking the floor, like watch her right now, she's licking me all the time. She also licks the floor. So I tend to really watch how I clean things, and so she doesn't come behind me and start licking up chemicals. Because I had one of my Akitas back when I was in Canada, and he used to come to the shop with me. His name was Teddy Bear, and he had eye problems, and I took him to many specialist vets, and to find out. I mean, I drove actually 400 kilometers to go to a vet to find out what was wrong with him, and it turns out it was the chemicals that were the janitors were cleaning the floor. So that was a big learning experience for me, and I think too many people they don't pay attention, and they don't watch how the dogs daily routines are, and if you don't pick up on stuff and catch it quick enough, well, then you're going to have a major problem in the end, and you could maybe save your dog's life. The same as us humans. I mean, we tend to let everything go to the very end, and every once in a while, if the dog go in, I get a blood test on them, and we check up for the simplest things. So, you know, if we don't have that many years with our animals, and I think if we paid a little more attention, we might get a few more years out of our dogs, especially like the food I feed my dog. I don't feed them raw foods, and some people believe in raw foods. I believe in good, high quality dog food, and my dog food isn't from Thailand or from China, which is the most dog food you'll get here. Mine comes from Korea, and it's a high end dog food that I used to feed it in Canada. So yeah, so little stuff like that. My idea is you're going to get a longer life. If not too long ago, if you remember in some of my other videos, so this is my long video now, especially on my short ones. Rico, in our last place, we had 4 mango trees, and Rico was eating mangoes every day, and he started gaining quite a bit of weight, and about 4 kilo. So that to me was a sign of okay, I'm going to have an overweight dog, and he's eating a lot of sweet fruit, and it was kind of cute at first, but in the end, I finally realized, what, this is not good for my dog, and we finally moved away from there, and I was happy because of the fact that I couldn't stop the mangoes from dropping on the trees, and it's kind of hard, if they're in my yard, it's hard to stop that. So little things like that is what I watch for, and I want to make sure that my dogs are going to be healthy for a long time. So if I can give anyone advice, uh, and on my channel, is on the Paws man, I want to help myself. I want to learn from experiences. I want to hear from people. But if I can give any advice, watch over your animals better, because they're not going to tell you when they're sick, and you can possibly sometimes pick things up a lot quicker. So please follow me on the Paws Man, and there'll be many more long videos now coming up. And again, I do my shorts 3 times a week on the dogs. So yeah, check out my shorts. I'm doing the longs once a week, and we're going to be doing some venture. As soon as my arm gets better, I will be able to travel farther. We do live closer to the ocean, and we'll be doing some ocean walks. So thanks for following me, and we'll see you in the future.